Every Friday the 13th movie features a double-digit kill count, mostly by the evil hand of killer Jason Voorhees. Since the original installment of the Friday the 13th franchise in 1980 that introduced the world to the terrifying Jason character, there have been 11 additional films that depict the gruesome and shocking murders of the brutal hockey-masked killer. The cult following and unexpected box office success of the Friday the 13th films have made it one of the biggest horror franchises of all time. Jason's kill count is likely to expand with the release of the upcoming Friday the 13th prequel series Crystal Lake, which is set to premiere in 2024 on Peacock. Many of Jason's kills are done with the use of his infamous machete, but are also performed with a variety of axes, spears, and shears that combine to make the killer as versatile as he is horrifying. Here are all 12 Friday the 13th movies ranked from least to most kills. 12th, 10 kills. In the original Friday the 13th film, Jason Voorhees' mother Pamela was the central killer rather than Jason himself. Pamela racked up a total of 9 kills at Camp Crystal Lake, half of which were done with the use of a hunting knife. The 10th kill in the original Friday the 13th is the death of Pamela at the hand of camp counselor Alice Hardy. The original hero and main character of Friday the 13th infamously murders Pamela by decapitating her with a machete, which becomes Jason's calling card and weapon of choice in future movies. Eleventh, 10 kills. Jason Voorhees begins his killing spree in Friday the 13th Part 2 by murdering a total of 10 people, one more than his mother Pamela. Jason's first kill is naturally Alice Hardy, who killed his mother in the previous movie. Jason stabs Alice in the side of the head after planting his mother's decapitated head in her refrigerator. Jason returns to Camp Crystal Lake 5 years later and kills 9 additional people with barbed wire, a spear, and his iconic machete. 10th, 12 kills. Jason's kill count gradually increases in Friday the 13th Part 3 with a total of 12 kills. Every kill in the third installment of the Friday the 13th franchise was performed by Jason himself, as he stalks a new group of friends who stay at a cabin near Crystal Lake. Jason expands his variety of weapons in Friday the 13th Part 2, using new items such as a cleaver, a fuse box, a spear gun, a fireplace poker, and a wrench for the final kill of the movie. Ninth, 13 kills. In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Jason kills a total of 13 people, with the final kill of the movie being his own death. The fourth installment of the Friday the 13th franchise begins with Jason killing a coroner named Axel Burns after his supposedly dead body was brought to a morgue. Axel, who is likely related to the villainous killer Roy Burns, in Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, gets his throat slashed by Jason. Jason is killed at the end of the film, but resurrects to return in Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. So his death doesn't apply to the total franchise kill count. 8th, 13 kills. In the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot, Jason kills 13 people. A reenactment of Pamela Voorhees' decapitation. Machete is depicted at the beginning of the reboot, however. It doesn't apply to the total kill count since it is already covered by the original film. In the most recent Friday the 13th movie, Jason's kills are done primarily with his machete, but he also uses other weapons such as a screwdriver, an axe, and a bow and arrow. 7th, 15 kills. Jason Voorhees commits all 15 murders in Friday the 13th Part 7. The new blood after being accidentally freed from Crystal Lake by a psychic teenager. In what might be the worst-rated film in the entire Friday the 13th franchise with a Metacritic score of 13, Jason finds new ways to commit his killings by using a tent spike, a sickle, a party horn, and his bare hands. Sixth, 17 kills. Jason hits the big city in Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, setting a new personal record for kills with a total of 17. Some of the most creative and laughable Jason kills can be found in Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, in which Jason uses unordinary murder weapons such as an antenna, a harpoon, and an electric goatee. Fifth, 18 kills. In Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives, Jason racks up a total of 18 kills. Jason memorably tears out the heart of Alan Hawes at the beginning of the movie. After Alan and Tommy Jarvis, the protagonist of Parts 2 and 3, inadvertently bring Jason back to life. Tommy and Alan were trying to cremate Jason's body, but ended up resurrecting him thanks to a random lightning bolt. Jason goes back on a violent killing spree while Tommy figures out how to return Jason to the dead. Fourth, 19 kills. One of the most violent Friday the 13th movies with a high kill count doesn't even have Jason Voorhees in it. Friday the 13th, A New Beginning introduces mass murderer Roy Burns, an imposter Jason Voorhees who goes on a revenge killing spree after his son Joey Burns was murdered. Although Roy and Jason have no real connection, Roy was able to deliver one of the highest kill counts in the entire Friday the 13th franchise. Third, 21 kills. Jason sends Jason Voorhees to the distant future and to outer space after being cryogenically frozen for 4.5 centuries. In what is certainly the most imaginative and gentrifying installment of the Friday the 13th franchise, Jason's kill count reaches a new high at 21 kills. One particularly memorable kill in Jason features Jason freezing a woman's head in liquid nitrogen and shattering her frozen face into pieces. Second, 25 kills. Jason Voorhees also kills 21 people in Freddy vs. Jason, with 4 kills performed by Freddy Krueger in the majorly successful crossover film. Jason clearly won the kill count tally battle between him and Freddy in the film, and also ended up killing Freddy with the help of Laurie Campbell at the film's end. Jason notably went on a killing spree as a rave in Freddy vs. Jason, leaving 6 people dead in a matter of minutes. First, 25 kills. The highest kill count out of all Friday the 13th films is in Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday. Jason racks up a total of 25 kills in what was meant to be the closing chapter of the Jason Voorhees story that reveals the supernatural secrets of the killer's evil nature. The total kill count between all 12 Friday the 13th movies is 198, with Jason himself tallying 152, with more Friday the 13th movies and television shows on the horizon. Jason Voorhees' kill count will only get higher in the near future.